You're listening to WIFO-FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here for this 14th day of November, and it's brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
We're FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jessup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South Fair Street right here in Jessup.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO-FM in Jessup. And good morning, Bob.
Good morning. I want to remind everybody again that Van's Barbecue is selling hams and turkeys for Thanksgiving. Whole hams $99, half a ham $59.99, whole turkeys $49.99. Again, if you're interested in making an order, call Van's Barbecue at 912-427-3358. Ask for Sarah Van or James Van. Once again, hams and turkeys for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. Again, the number 427-3358.
Okay. Let them do the cooking for you.
Yep. Excellent.
And they're professionals.
Excellent turkeys and hams. I'm sure they're very good.
Okay. Van's Barbecue, located on the Savannah Highway here in Jessup. All right, here we are on a Monday morning, and boy, watched some exciting football games yesterday in the NFL. I guess the two that stand out are Minnesota at Buffalo and the Cowboys at Green Bay. Just two outstanding games, both of them going to overtime. And I guess the first one, everybody thought that Buffalo would win that game, but Josh Allen, their super-duper superstar quarterback, he's the one that basically gave it away. You know, trying to put a ball in places that he shouldn't have been throwing it. I mean, that's what the commentator said right after he threw it, and then just kind of making mistakes.
Well, they're just glad he was there. Like I said, he's questionable with injured elbow, but he played in the game. But that was a wild end to the ball game. I mean, Minnesota's down there on 4th and 1, can't get in, and Buffalo's defense holds them. Then Buffalo comes out. Most people say they should have took the safety, but they tried to run quarterback draw play, and they fumbled the ball, and Minnesota recovers the fumble and gets a touchdown, but Buffalo, their credit, comes right back down and kicks the field goal to send it to overtime, and then Buffalo makes the key mistake in overtime. But that was a wild finish to that ball game for sure.
Wild finish. I mean, absolutely wild finish. You thought Buffalo had the game once they scored, but they got that ball on that 1 yard line, and you know, I guess if it could have, should have, would have.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hindsight's 20/20. But you know, even if they get the safety and then they kick it away, then all they got to do is kick a field goal. So there's a lot of ways to look at it. I mean, you think they can get quarterback even get some yardage and push it out, but they fumbled the snap.
The snap just didn't get in Josh's hands. So, it just fell right there to the ground.
It was a great game, great finish.
Yep.
Vikings,
now just one loss for the Vikings.
Yep, they're having a good year.
Yeah, the Vikings having a good year. Now Buffalo's got 3 losses now, so there's some chink in that armor there.
Yeah. In Green Bay, give it to Aaron Rodgers. You find a new receiver.
He did, that young rookie.
Yeah,
young rookie. My guy can catch the ball.
Aaron Rodgers says, "You're my new target. You're my new Devontae Adams." So turned him into a superstar overnight.
He did, didn't he? Three touchdowns. Yeah.
Good ball game.
Yeah, good ball game between two. I mean, everybody remembers those big battles between Dallas and Green Bay years ago. The ice ball up there in the '60s, and just been a great rivalry all these years. And boy, it didn't disappoint yesterday. Even had some snow coming down yesterday in the first half, and just a great football game between Dallas and Green Bay yesterday.
Green Bay needed that win badly.
They needed it
They're
bad.
like Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
they needed to win. So.
And Pittsburgh, your Steelers won yesterday.
They looked pretty good. Got the running game going. Najee Harris had a good game. So Kenny Pickett looked pretty good. Didn't turn the ball over. That's the main thing. Young quarterback, like Mike Thomas said after the ball game. They asked him what the key to the game was. He said, hold on to the ball, not turn it over. So when you don't turn it over, you get a chance to win. Just like Friday night. Trinity Christian, we had 3 interceptions. They had none. So
you win that turnover battle, you usually
pretty much win the game, right?
Yeah, you win that turnover battle.
What a great win for Wayne County. Defense shuts them out in the second half. Great crowd on hand. Just big win. 9-2 going to Perry, Georgia for round 2 of the state playoffs. Just an amazing turnaround from last year.
Isn't that something? Just 1 year there. A lot of talent, just got the right coach to pull it out of them.
Everywhere I went this weekend, all I heard was the same thing. It's amazing what coaching can do. It is amazing what coaching can do.
Yeah. Even that former high school coach and ESPN sports analyst won this weekend with Indianapolis. He was being ripped.
He was being ripped.
He was being ripped. More than anything, the ownership of Indy was being ripped. Of course, he's going to take the job, have a chance to be an NFL head football coach for a few months as they look for a permanent one. But here's a guy who only coached high school football here in the state of Georgia, was mainly known as an analyst for television and radio, and boom, he's out there coaching NFL team.
He's 1-0.
Bill Cowart was just ripping the decision. Just ripping this decision, saying there's hundreds of coaches that deserve it more and more qualified than him.
They're not the owner, though. The owner gets to decide who he wants.
The owner gets to decide. But he still, as a TV analyst like Bill Cowart is, he has that's his job is to give his opinions. And it's like, I don't know if I heard one out there that said, yeah, that was a good decision, So, but he's 1-0 as NFL coach. Head coach. Absolutely amazing. But just a great victory for the Wayne County Yellow Jackets. As you said, they pitched that shutout in the second half, had those 3 interceptions, and just did what they needed to do in that game. And now they go take on the top team from the region that Perry's in and take on Perry Friday night up there in Warner Robins, or close to Warner Robins, in Perry.
Yeah, Perry High School has their own stadium.
Yeah, they have their own stadium. Perry High School has their own stadium. So right outside of, just south, everybody knows where Perry's at. It's where the big fair's held each year.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's going to be an interesting game right there. I just think you said that Pierce County won, Appleton County won. Is that correct? And Long lost, right?
Long County got beat at Hardham. Camden won. Lowndes lost. Valdosta lost. Brunswick and Glen lost. Pierce and Appleton still won. So
that's close.
Ware County
losses.
still won. Ware's got the number 1 team in 5A. So they're still undefeated. So
still undefeated. Ware is okay. And but close losses for both Brunswick and Glen Academy on Friday night. Just very close. Colquitt County won. They seem to, they're the cream of the crop, I guess, from that region over there this year. It looks like with Valdosta with Lowndes County losing.
I'd like to know the last time Valdosta and Lowndes are out in the first round of the state playoffs. That hasn't happened in a long, long time.
Yeah. So just a lot of good high school football action. And they go, what is this, the Sweet 16? Sweet 16 this week?
Three of our region teams still in it. Burke defeated LaGrange, so congrats to them. Not sure if their coach is back coaching yet, but they pulled off the big upset at LaGrange, 23-20. So Burke, Wayne County, and BC all still alive in the Sweet 16. So it speaks well for our region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. 3 of them still going in the Sweet 16. 3 of the 16 teams are from our region. And I haven't heard anything on the coach, whether he's still in the hospital in Savannah.
He's not in the hospital. I just don't know if he's coaching.
Oh, if he's coaching, he's back home.
He's back home. Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's been home for a couple of weeks, so, but I'm not sure if he's back on the sidelines coaching or not. So
okay. And so just great high school football action, and just going to be a lot of good action this coming Friday night. Wayne County going up to Perry, and in the second round of state playoff action, and still several local teams moving on with Pierce and Appling and Ware County all moving on. I think you said Liberty won, didn't they? Liberty won, so they're moving on.
Camden won. So
okay.
Still some teams in this area still in the playoffs.
That's good to hear. We like to see these Southeast Georgia teams win. And you play against these teams in your region every single year, and they're your foe, but then they're also like family, so you want to see them win too. So it makes you look better if your teams in your region win, and 2 of the 3 of the 4 who advanced are now continuing to play.
I don't want to see BC win.
Huh? You didn't want to. You don't care about BC. The other 2, fine. Burke County's fine.
Burke can win, but I want BC to lose.
You don't like BC?
No.
Why, Bob? What has BC ever done to you? Beat us all the time.
No, just ask Joe. They don't treat you very well down at BC.
They don't. Why? You think that a military school would have the common courtesy to treat you correctly?
I hope they get beat.
Okay.
Anti-BC, like John Donaldson. John Donaldson used to hate BC.
No, John did. Because that has to do with football competition. There, yeah. Somebody wants to know what happened with Dansby Swanson.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet?
The Braves have to decide if they're going to re-sign him.
They're still working on the contract.
Yeah.
There's several teams that have big name people that
he's
are
the number one priority in free agency.
Yeah. So. Hopefully there'll be good communication this year, and we keep him, as we lost Freddie last year. So,
I mean, apparently they're the Braves have set a price, and it's up to Dansby to accept it. If not, he'll be a free agent. He'll go somewhere else. So, I mean, I hate to see Dansby leave. I hate to see Freddie leave. So.
You got these guys who you think are home. I mean, Freddie, that's all he ever knew was the Braves, and it sounds like this past year, if he had to do it over again, he would have stayed a Brave. But
the rumor mill is Freddie's luring him to Los Angeles. I mean, the story is they're going to split shortstops. That the Braves are going to get.
So LA's going to spend more money not to get the World Series.
Yeah, I guess.
You got the New York Yankees and the L.A. Dodgers spending tons of money, way more than anybody else, and neither one of them made it to the World Series.
I hope they sign Dansby. Like I said, I like Dansby. Dansby's fun to watch.
Yeah,
like I said, it's that typical. Last year was Freddie Freeman. What he signed, he didn't sign. This year it's Dansby Swanson. What he signed. Question is still out there. It doesn't look good right now from everything you hear from Atlanta. So.
Well, you got some teams out there that just open up the checkbook and write more zeros, I guess.
I guess.
It's always about the money. You don't have you don't have guys that are loyal to teams or loyal to themselves and their money. Just like teams will cut somebody in a heartbeat if they figure they can save some money or
Justin
whatever.
Verlander just won a World Series with Houston. He's not signing with Houston. He's going somewhere else. So I mean, it's all about the money.
Of course, it is. Always about the money, honey.
St. Louis gave Adam Wainwright another contract. He's signed for another year. So,
well, he's been there practically ever since become a starter. He's been there
ever since
in St. Louis.
His whole career. So he's signed for another year. So.
Played for the Braves and the minors for a while, but then they traded him up to a stupid move.
Still
and
pitching
moved him
well.
up there to St. Louis.
Still pitching well. So.
Yeah, but he never beat Wayne County, Bob.
He doesn't care.
We care. He never, in every single year that he played Wayne County,
he doesn't
never beat Wayne County.
He doesn't lose any sleep though. He just bought a bunch of land in Wayne County. I still want to get that story. That's a nice place down there. Can't get in and see it, but I mean, you drive by. It's right down there near Gardite, all that 341.
He bought some land down there for hunting.
Yeah,
put a lodge down there or something.
A lodge in there, a house in there. It's supposed to be for a bunch of like boys and girls trips and stuff like that. So it's a nice hunting facility.
He's putting a lot of money back into the community.
A lot of pecan trees back there, so it's a lot of acreage. I know that.
Okay. So if you're heading down Highway 341 to Brunswick, it's on the other side of
It's
Guard Eye?
on the left. Yeah.
Left past Guard Eye,
If you go
between
towards,
there and Mount
towards
Pleasant?
Brunswick, it's to the left.
On the left-hand side between Guard Eye
There's
and
a
Mount
bunch of
Pleasant?
land. I don't know how much acreage
A lot of
he's got.
land down there, huh?
A lot of land.
A lot of land.
You just can't get back. There's a big fence that says "Do not enter."
Oh, when has that ever stopped anybody?
I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get shot.
Oh, come on, Bob. When has that signs like that ever stopped you doing anything, huh? Are you getting mild in your older age, huh? Younger Bob wouldn't have paid attention to that.
People nowadays shoot you over anything. So. Crazy.
Crazy, man. But it's good. You know, Adam Wainwright, he had the opportunity to go anywhere, live anywhere. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, and he bought a big home there on Sea Island. You got the Adam Wainwright Park right there, right before you get to the big bridge there in Brunswick. He helped give money for that, and now he's got all this land out here in Wayne County that he wants to put for a lodge and also to help bring kids out there for to enjoy the outdoor experience. Plus, as a regular lodge for him and his buddies. But it's good to see him move back home and putting money into this area.
He's a South Georgia boy at heart. So.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently.
Just a good guy.
Yeah. So we I hope he has another successful year there in St. Louis this coming up in 2023 season. All right. Any meetings this week, Bob?
City meets tomorrow night.
City
of Jessup has a meeting.
City got anything going on that we need to know about?
I didn't see much on the agenda. So,
Didn't see much on the agenda?
purchasing some equipment and let me see.
All right, so the city
Budget
council meets
situation.
tomorrow night in the city of Jessup. And Bob's checking on his notes on that. And then, of course, you got a trial that you're going to be covering also.
Murder trial starts this week, so picking the jury today. I said, not much on the agenda. Financial statement, South Palm Street sewer to be discussed with City Engineer Bill Schuman. A big list, upcoming events. Again, we had Hadley in the studio last week talking about the upcoming events for downtown tourism and recreation, so pretty much standard agenda. Not much on it.
Well, good. Hopefully be nice and normal and just take care of business and go home, right? No fireworks.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Short and sweet.
Okay, and then tell us about the murder trial that you're going to be covering.
Says this happened back in December of 2020. 17-year-old Scrivener resident Melvin Lester Dennison was shot and killed. 4 defendants on trial, really 3, because the 4th one accepted a plea deal last week, so she's expected to testify against the other 3. But it was over $40 worth of marijuana owed to somebody. So happened in Wayne County back on December 15th of 2020. So, again, jury selection gets underway today.
Okay. So the jury selection is going on, and Bob will keep folks updated on that. The murder trial, they'll be at the Wayne County Courthouse.
Judge Lane presiding. So,
okay.
The inner cell shakes out. So, just sad.
Yeah, it is. It is.
As I say all the time, get involved in drugs, you got 2 places to go: prison or a grave. That's where you go. So
yep.
Avoid it at all costs.
You got that right. Then you got all these states out there that are, legalizing marijuana. There's even one state out there that's looking at legalizing mushrooms. Yeah, keep everybody high and happy, huh? Maybe they'll vote for you. We're just going to keep them high and happy, and maybe they'll vote for us.
I remember those commercials when I was a young kid. Get high on sports, not drugs. Remember those? I took that to heart.
You took that to heart? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to sports.
All
Love
right.
sports. How about them dogs this weekend? How about
Yeah,
Stetson
great
Bend
game
again?
for the Dogs against State. Yeah, Mississippi State.
Those cowbells drive people crazy. Golly, I couldn't do that. I don't know how they handle that. The
I
whole
guess
game.
after a while you just kind of tune them out. I don't know.
Tune them out. Those things are obnoxious. Golly.
Well, if they're obnoxious to us, they got to be obnoxious to them.
I was curious how much they sell those things. Somebody said they're like $45 at the bookstore in Mississippi State.
Oh, the bells?
The bells, yeah.
Oh,
I just wonder what they charge for a cowbell. That was what they found out. Somebody looked up on the internet during the game because I was curious how much they charge for those cowbells.
Okay.
40. That's not a bad price. I'm just glad Georgia got out of there with a win.
Got a good victory against Mississippi State.
Now we know we play LSU in the championship game because Alabama beat Ole Miss and LSU beat Arkansas. So the SEC championship game set for Saturday, December 3rd. LSU in Georgia is the most matchup ever in the SEC championship game. I think this is going to be the 6th time that those two teams have hooked up. So
Well, and so Georgia LSU in the SEC championship game starts that Saturday afternoon, the first Saturday in December.
all right. I'm not sure the time. I have to get the time. I know,
Okay.
I know it's probably set. It's normally around 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. So it's like the second game of the day. They got all those championship games that Saturday, championship Saturday. So with Georgia LSU at the Mercedes Dome in Atlanta. So go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
I still think Tennessee's in a great, they're going to have the Final Four playoff committee tomorrow night. So I'm sure the 4 teams will be easily set. Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, TCU 4. But 5 and 6 will be interesting. I'm sure Tennessee will be one of those spots. But if Tennessee runs the table and they finish with just one loss to Georgia, they're going to get in the Final Four.
They'll get in?
Yeah, they're going to get
With
in.
that one loss?
Yep. I mean, how
it was to the number one team in the nation, and they beat Alabama.
Right. How are you going to deny them? So,
Yeah, I don't know, Bob. It's at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
The SEC championship
title.
game is at
4
4 o'clock. So it'll be over with. It'll probably be in the fourth quarter by the time the parade starts. Yeah, because these championship games take a long time, a lot of TV breaks. And so the SEC championship at 4 o'clock there in Hotlanta.
TCU had a big win. Beat Texas 17-10, so
Yeah, that was. It was a tough game for TCU, but they got it done.
They got Baylor, and then they got the championship game. So still a lot to determine. Still, that Michigan-Ohio State game is going to be interesting as well. Last year, Michigan beat Ohio State, but most people think Ohio State won this year, so time will tell. But still a lot of football to be played. But
oh, yeah. And Kentucky lost to Vanderbilt this weekend?
Kentucky lost to Vandy.
Oh, that's hard to believe. Kentucky started off so good this year.
Big win for Vandy.
Yeah.
Happy for that coach. That's his
that's
first
Georgia
SEC,
plays this week.
his first SEC win. So happy for him.
Who's that now?
The coach of Vanderbilt.
Oh, his first SEC
They
win.
lost 36 in a row before that win over Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a long losing streak.
That
in the
is.
SEC.
Jeez. And then Alabama beat Ole Miss, right?
Alabama beat Ole Miss. That was a good ball game.
Yeah, I saw usually when you got the sports TV squads down there, they'll report on the Grove. And I've heard about it. Is that that's that pregame party they have there at Ole Miss, and I didn't realize the fact that you cannot get into the Grove area. You can't reserve a spot. They have something up, barriers up, and at 7 a.m. on the game day, they move the barriers out of the way, and people run like mad dogs to pick out their spot to put their tent. So there's no, that's amazing. You can't even be apparently a good donor and be able to have a spot reserved. Maybe you can hire yourself some fast runners and pick out your spot and get them on the front line. But I've seen different things on it through the years. It just looks like a bunch of tents lined up along the side of a sidewalk and in some woods and something like that as you go from the campus to the stadium. Have you ever been through it?
I've never been, but people that have been there tell me it's something you need to put on your bucket list. That's definitely something to do.
So definitely something to do. The Grove.
The Grove, yeah.
And the sorority girls really like to dress up nice and look nice to be good hostesses as people walk through the Grove, and not only is it that, it's like tents are set up selling some wares. You can get some arts and crafts stuff there. From what I saw there, but they always do a very short thing on it. You never get a full view of the Grove on these pregame shows when they have a game there in Ole Miss. But never been there. I guess their Grove, is it similar to Old Campus at Georgia or because that's a great place, right there for beauty.
Nice, right?
You can't beat Old Campus right there at Georgia. It's absolutely gorgeous up there, right there downtown, right off downtown. Just absolutely gorgeous. Got to have your picture taken on the arch. Yeah, got to do all those traditions there at Georgia. All right, anything else going on, Bob?
Just said we'll have more on that matchup with Wayne County Perry. Get as much information on them as we can have for you this week on local sports. Also, don't forget the district soccer events taking place today at the soccer complex out at Bill Morris Park. So district soccer being hosted by Wayne County's Rec Department starts today.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Bob, have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO, 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country Radio, brought to you by First Southern Bank. Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.